we should talk. Up there, Sandrak referred to me as a brother. And not like, oh, hey, look, it's another Magnus, but more like...
Like someone from his order.
Exactly.
Complicated subject. One I'm not gonna get into here.
You're not going to explain how Sandrak is an immortal.
Was.
You're not going to explain how Sandrak was an immortal.
Thought I made that clear, Initiate.
You know, I've gotta tell you, the secrets you guys are keeping from me, they're getting old. Magni caused the wound. Ley lines can, I guess, be absorbed. And oh, yeah, Sandrak used to be an immortal.
The middle one was thought to be impossible. Magni shouldn't be able to control the fonts like that.
And how would I know that? No one's even told me what a font is, and that's kind of my point. I should just go.
Wait a minute. Listen. About your vision of the Shrouded Realm, I wanted you to know something.
Yeah.
The Pentasod. It is alive.
So I'm a saint, is what you're saying.
I just wanted you to know that you're not...
And I'm not special? No worries, sir. Kirkin lets me know that all the time.
Can you ever shut up? I'm saying you...
Careful. You could end up being nice to me.
You're impossible.
No, I mean it. That was really kind of you. Thanks.
All right. I'll meet you back at the Palathon.
Heard you walked right up into a whole thing.
Take up a position at the table, Initiate. There's a lot to talk about.
Any of these possible font shapes look familiar.
None, sir.
The amount of unfamiliar.
Sounds like Zendara filled you in, sir, but I've got about 1,000,000 questions.
Story time, Jack.
And I used to really love story time.
The Shrouded Realm is a world of raw, untempered magic. A magic so formless and wild, it's impossible to master.
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Then the Pentasod came to that world and created the fonts. 5 great anchors that connected the Shrouded Realm to Aveum. The ley lines spread out from these fonts, traveling through both worlds, turning the Shrouded Realm's magic into a resource we could use.
If someone could capture the power of a font, they'd control magic in a way that no Magnus has before.
Like a living leyline tower, capable of drawing magic from the very source, capable of even redirecting it away from other Magni.
Sandrak has done exactly that. We believe he's in possession of a Thrata Cull, a binding stone, an artifact that can control the fonts.
So that's what I saw the hand pull out of the ruins.
That's right. With it, Sandrak will eventually be able to block our access to magic completely. Then the Everwar is over.
Over? As in he takes over Lucium?
As in, he takes over everything.
Sir, respectfully and whatever, you're wrong.
Excuse me?
Oh boy.
You said it yourself. Magic is a resource. Just because Sandrak absorbed a font or whatever doesn't mean his power is endless. It's just that it's probably ginormous. If he found a way to use the Binding Stone, so can we. We can take it back and then...
yourself at home.
I bring you good news, sister. Peace is near. Allow me to let you witness it,
A small kindness between friends.
if you would have it.
We were just discussing what the best response would be to your desecration of the fonts.
Had you yet concluded you have none? Let us meet at Nicaea to discuss the terms of your surrender. I hear now you speak for your king. So there should...
Trap!
The boy does not know me. You have my word. The traditions of Aristea will be upheld, without violence. I see a Lucium that genuinely survives this part of history. Can you?
Well, that was horrible. Course of action?
Devin, make sure every last trace of them is really gone. Zendara, I need you to speak to the Watch commanders.
We're meeting Sandrak at Nicaea.
We're outgunned, not outfought. Not yet. Jack, let's talk.
Sir? About Nicaea?
Definitely not now, Initiate. The Grand Magnus wants to speak to you.
Right. I'll come back.
Don't.
You good?
With the most dangerous man alive just strolling into the Palathon briefing room. From 1,000 miles away through some spatial overlap warping spell that no one's ever seen before.
I guess you're not.
I'm just saying there's a lot to unpack there.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Wait, Jack, listen. I know you have a grudge, to put it probably too lightly, with Sandrak for what he did to your home. But don't, well, you know, let all that cloud your judgment when we try and backstab him at Nicaea. There's no word, really, for the kind of power he wields.
Don't worry. I'm a soldier. I won't make a move until Kirkin gives the word.
That in no way lines up with your past interactions with your superiors.
Hey!
I'm just saying. Rumor is you're a bit of a shoot from the hip. Bit of a bull rush. That can't happen in Nicaea. I'm sorry. I really need to get it together. Foreign magics are difficult to scrub out of a breach zone on the best of days.
Is Zendara right? We're going to actually walk into Sandrak's trap.
It's not a trap. Sandrak fashions himself after the nobility of Aristea. He'll honor the tradition of Nicaea as neutral ground.
Sir, I know you don't plan to surrender.
Not even a little bit. We'll take him by surprise, hit him with everything we got, and hope the power of that binding stone of his is found wanting.
Okay, so it's our trap, then.
The Immortals can't let Sandrak take control of magic, Jack. We have to take our chances.
Speaking of the Immortals and Sandrak having been an Immortal and you never telling me your fellow Immortal.
I figured this was coming. There's not a lot of time here. Safe to say, it's better if we table it.
I had a right to know. You recruited me the day Sandrak destroyed my home. I've been fighting against Rasharn ever since you told me.
What difference would it have made?
I don't know, but how do you benefit by constantly keeping secrets from me? You could have told me about the fonts long before any of this. You could have told me how using magic destroys the world before training me.
You joined the army, Jack, not the academy. You only needed to know what helped you in the field.
I don't feel that's a good enough answer, sir.
I'm sure you can live with it for the time being, if we survive Nicaea. Now,
A portal stone.
Selko will know what to do. You'll find him in Lordsfell along with a battalion of our soldiers.
Understood. I'll head out now. So, Kirkin didn't say what that thing does.
Probably better you don't know, sir.
Is it though?
If you got captured.
Sure. It's just, if I knew the whole plan, it could be helpful, since I'm like, part of the plan. Am I right?
You have a point.
You aren't going to tell me, are you?
Nope.
Great. See you around, Captain.
Jack, Kirkin's asking for an update.
I delivered the portal stone to Captain Selko. What's next?
Rendezvous with the rest of us at Nicaea. Our parley with Sandrak is imminent.
Parlay.
What?
Never heard anyone actually use that word.
It's the nerves.
Uh-huh. See you soon. That's Nocia up ahead. Game face, Jack. Uh-oh. Can I call dibs?
Not the time, Jack.
So, what's the plan? To know. This all feels a bit improvisational, if I'm being honest.
You bring no banner?
Didn't feel the need.
I held a small hope you might see reason. Yet you remain the same Kirkham that made me abandon the Immortals years ago. Obsessed with victory, stranger to compromise. Your eye ever bent towards the world's ruin.
And you just want to save it.
I can. With this. Its mastery over the fonts means I can end the war.
You mean win the war? By turning the rest of us defenseless.
In our every meeting, a yipping pup.
Jack's right, though. You're not worthy of that power, Sandrak. Your airships bomb the free cities of the East and then wonder why they resist you now? The last order that surrendered to Rasharn, you burned their ambassadors alive. If my eye is ever bent towards the world's ruin, it's because I'm trying to stop the man causing so much of it.
Please. Don't make me do this.
Captain Selko. You went mad. You didn't abandon us. You were exiled. And I'm still paying the price for not killing you.
Remember, this blood is on your hands.
It's the wound!
He's moving it!
We have to go! Now! Fall back!
Devin.
Jack, glad you're on your feet. That could have been so much worse. Took ages, but Zendara was finally able to dig you out of the rubble.
Oh, no, not her. I rather would have died. I'm never living that down.
Nope. Never.
How many did we lose?
Considering Sandrak just dropped a city into the wound, surprisingly few. But enough to have made his point. Kirkhan's left for Lavnery to talk with the king. He wants a full surrender after Nocia. There's even talk that Kirkin's emergency powers may be rescinded.
So who's in charge?
Zendara. And I'll warn you, she's in a bit of a mood.
Kind of on brand for her.
I heard that!
Whoops.
Meet us in the war chamber, Jack. We've come to the conclusion that we're in desperate need of a plan.